What up, y'all? Happy Thursday. It's your girl, UC Kayla. Happy New Year. Talking about Happy Thursday. I haven't seen you guys since 2022, and I'm so excited to be back, guys. Please forgive me for the extra week off hiatus. Listen, Tyler Perry decided that we was only going to have a week from mid-season to, picking back up. He ain't talking to me about that, and your girl needed more than a week, okay? I'm trying to get my life together in 2023, and I could not jump back. I wasn't ready last week, okay? But here I am, and I'm so happy to be back, guys. I'm so happy that you're here rocking with me. Now, we're about to get into it. I got my little notes and all, y'all. I'm going to give y'all some of my thoughts of last week, just basically the whole paternity thing. I'm going to give y'all my thoughts on that because I know I skipped you a little bit, guys, but I'm just trying to do some things. Also, if you haven't already and you're new here, welcome. Happy New Year, and don't forget to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, guys, because I talk about all things Sistas and Fatima. Fatima Season 2 is on the rise. I don't have a date, but of course, I will let you guys know when I do. Subscribe, like, comment, and share if you like the content, because I only want to do it if you like it, guys. So let's jump into it. Sorry for the long intro. All right, tonight, guys, we watched Sistas Season 5, Episode 13, entitled Feeling the Heat. I think that's appropriate. We'll start out with the synopsis. I'm not going to do it scene by scene, but I am going to give you my top moments, jump into a little bit from last week. I'm going to try to condense it because I got a lot to talk about in a little bit of time. So Maurice reaches out to Calvin and is reassured that all will be well. Zack plans for a talk with Karen and Fatima when Andy shows up. Great synopsis for once. At point number 1, Maurice is a real one. Like, he was not going to let that phony lawyer that looks like a great value, Kyle from the Oval, he was not going to let that man get in his head about Sabrina because he knows Sabrina. Sabrina's not like that. And, of course, he's right. But, things start to play with your head and play on your emotions when you locked up and you're not sure how you even got here in the first place. He might be like, wait, what's going on? So I wasn't mad at Maurice for kind of having those doubts, because the bottom line is he was solid. He was 10 toes down for Sabrina in the presence of that man. Now, him and Calvin did have their conversation where he kind of tripped out a little bit, but at the end of the day, Maurice is not going to give Sabrina up. I don't see that happening, and I appreciated, him standing up for her. And, of course, he threw his little jewels in because Brian Jordan Jr. is hilarious. So there you go. All right, at number 2, I have Q is trash. And him and Danny is a no. Like, what was Tyler Perry doing? First of all, I understand you got to thicken the plot because then Danny has to find out that you're behind all this stuff. But why do Danny need to go through so much? Like, she just already was attacked by a man and then ran somebody over. Why does she need to even remotely trust Q to be enraged and disappointed when she finds out, like, what are we doing? It's a no, and it was awkward. It was cringy. Q was disgusting. I'm tired of seeing him on my TV screen. I'm trying to understand why he's still on the show. I was like, where's Preston? And Trinity on Whiteside, who plays Preston, he actually retweeted me. I was like, oh, like, where is Preston? It's a no for me. And no, she wasn't like feeling cute like that, but why are you even giving him your time going out for a drink with him when Preston is at your house waiting on you? And you knew that, like, what are we doing? I understand she and Preston are not exclusive, but this is the frustrating thing about Danny and Preston, #Destin, and especially Danny. She played too many games. She doing too much. You didn't even have to go out with Q. You didn't have to entertain Q. You could have told Q to get lost at the job. Like, why are you wasting your time? Then you come home, breeze in the door for 30 seconds, and then jump up and say you want to go out with your girls. And then they wonder why they can't keep a man. Y'all do stupid stuff. Okay, Kayla, get off your soapbox. I'm sorry, that irked me. But I was just saying, like, what are we even talking about? Okay. At number 3, Andy got on my nerves as well, especially when dealing with Fatima. Let me put my card down for this because I need to do a little bit with this. Andy, what are you doing? First of all, you know the proximity of closeness that you have to Karen. In more ways than one. That's your best friend. Why would you expect Fatima to be like, oh man, Zack engaged and trusting you with that information? This lady have come up to your job and harassed Fatima, and I'm talking about Karen, come up to the job, harass Fatima. Karen don't care nothing about y'all friendship when it comes to her rage towards Zack and Fatima. So why would Fatima be like, oh, Andy girl, let me tell you, first of all, Fatima better than me. Because she wouldn't have got nothing out of me. But Andy, respectfully, you're going to have to stay out of this one because you're too close to the situation to be unbiased. And then the way Andy was dealing with her as far as calling her to come over to the house. Andy, you my boss from 9 to 5 or 9 to 6 or 10 to 7, whatever time they work. After that, you don't tell me what to do. And then why would Andy ask Fatima if she going to be there? She lives there. Why wouldn't she be there? And if she didn't live there, why would she leave your trifling behind friend who have made it very clear that she wants Zack back along with her man, who you know that she's engaged to? Girl, go. And they got on my nerves tonight. I mean, last night, I wasn't feeling Andy. And I tweeted that if you're not following me, I'll put it in the description. But follow me on Twitter at @ThatGirlKaylaD. You'll see all my live thoughts. Anyway, I'm going to move on because I could talk about that for a couple more minutes. Next, at number 4, Preston. Preston may actually need to keep this energy with Danny. And y'all hear me out. Not energy like telling Danny what to do and all that kind of stuff. But Danny is the type of person where emotionally she's immature. As a friend, great friend. Obviously she can hold down a job, stuff like that. But emotionally, Danny is very immature. So if he wants their relationship to stay on track, stay productive, keep moving in the right direction, talking about things when they happen so stuff doesn't ball up, really addressing things, not joking it off and pushing it off. He might have to keep that energy with Danny of, okay, I'm going to give you a little bit of space, but we have to address this so we can move forward. I personally didn't have a problem with Preston coming at the situation like that. Now, some people were like, give her time. This just happened. It's very traumatic. And they was coming at Preston. I saw people on Twitter, but it didn't bother me. Preston knows Danny at this point. They just got out of this game playing cycle, and Preston's really trying to, okay, we done tried playing games. We done tried tit for tat. We done tried this, tried that. Let's just try being straightforward, honest, and mature and see how that works. So I wasn't mad at Preston's approach. Oh, honorable mention before I get to the last one, which is Fatima and I think the girl's name is Tamira setting Hayden up. I'm here for it, obviously. Hayden is such a loser. Oh my gosh. Like, it's so easy to stroke Hayden's little ego. Like, he deserves all of this, and I really hope that the plan works because obviously we're going to see how he's continuing to come after Zack, and now he's done hooked up with Heather as far as, trying to take Zack down and all this kind of stuff. So, good job, Tamira. Let's keep it up. All right, so at number 5, I have Karen about to start some mess and keep up this lie. So, let's crank it back to last week since I missed y'all. I did y'all wrong. I'm sorry I was not together last week. But yeah, I thought that Karen was lying. And I'm going to tell you why Karen was lying. If Karen honestly, 100% sure, no doubt in her mind, thought that was Zack baby, Zack wouldn't have had to call her to talk about that baby. Karen would have been screaming it from the mountaintops. She might would have told Fatima first to rub it in her face. Karen would have been calling Zack from the room. She would have had him on the FaceTime with the phone. It's your baby, like an episode of Mark. Karen was lying. And the only reason that Karen yelled out, "It's Zack baby," is because Danny was finna pull that calendar out. Because she was like, oh, the 12th. And Danny started to pull that calendar out. And then because Karen was on silent. She didn't say nothing about, oh, wow. And then Danny started to pull that phone out. Was trying to put 2 and 2 together. Oh, it's Zack baby. I'm not here for it. Now, y'all can say I'm in denial. I'm delusional. Just accept it. It's probably, even if it is Zack baby, it's Zack baby on the basis of, I believe, by chance. I still don't believe that she knows for sure that it's Zack baby. She wants it to be. And he obviously is a contender, but she don't know that to be true. That's my opinion from last week. Now let's move forward to this week. She about to start some mess. The way that, first of all, she dropping everything to go over there. This man been ignoring you since season 3. It's season 5. He finally calls you. Never returned a call, nothing like that. Finally calls you and embarrasses you every time you see him. But now he finally call you and you can come over there within a couple minutes. Still desperate. But she finna come over there and start some mess. And then we saw in the preview for the next episode, this desk makes me mad. These pictures makes me mad. Girl, you doing too much. Did you come over there to tell the man about the paternity or not? Like, as long as Karen is still in her feelings about she and Zack, the co-parenting, the figuring out the child situation and being adults, it's not going to go anywhere. And I don't know what Big Lisa, her mama, thought she was going to do with that letter. You did nothing. She acted a fool at the letter reading. She acted a fool at Andy's job. She acted a fool. she popped up over the acting a fool. Karen is going to stop acting a fool when Karen wants to stop acting a fool. And none of these conversations, nothing is going to help. Now, I do understand Fatima wanting them to have the conversation because she's like, okay, we need to sort this out. Fatima's probably anxious to know herself because it's easy to be like, okay, no, okay, we can move on. If it's a yes, now we got to know how, okay, so we got to start plotting now how we are going to deal with her over the months, coming up for the baby being born. And then after that, it takes a lot of planning, and her and Zack have to be on the same page. So I do understand Fatima wanting to know, Zack needing to know, because if it's a no, they can move on with their lives. If it's a yes, now they got to figure out how to navigate that. So I get it from their perspective, but on Karen's side, this is about to be a waste of time. I tweeted my prediction for next week, which is I honestly believe it's going to be our usual. Karen come over there, start some mess. It's going to be a usual blow up session for Karen. Subsequent argument between Karen and Fatima, and then a blaming on Zack moment from Karen, because we all know everything has to be his fault, no matter what's been forgiven or already addressed or whatever. So I'm not moved. Next week, I'm going to watch it. Obviously, I'm interested, but I'm not like, ooh, like when we thought they was going to have that big showdown in season 4, I was like, oh, I don't feel like that anymore. I feel like Tyler Perry's overdone it. And at this point, we already know Fatima's going to be overly understanding. She's going to come in hot, then he going to make her be overly understanding, side with her for some parts when Karen is coming at Zack, which I hate when he have her do that. Like, have your man back. Even if he did wrong, in Karen's face, have his back. And then when Karen leave, yeah, you shouldn't have did that. But I don't like that. Like, if my man wrong, he right in your face. Now, when you leave, he might be wrong. But as to your knowledge, he right. Like, I don't like that. But anyway, and I'm just not moved. We'll see what happens. Hayden's going to fall for this girl. Robbie going to get put on the back burner. And then when Tyler Perry need a little bit more drama towards the end of the season, then that whole thing with Gary and Rob going to come up again. Baby Bio back from Zamunda. We don't know where he been. He was kicking it in Zamunda with Prince Hakeem and them. So anyway, we'll see what happens next week. Thank you guys so much. I'm so sorry I had to take that extra time off. But I'm going to be real with you. Your girl is like, I don't know if you guys notice my face like coming back down again and stuff. I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to raise a toddler. I'm trying to be a good wife. I'm trying to keep a job. I'm trying to do a lot of stuff. 6 hours of sleep every day. And I'm hungry. So trying to get it together, y'all. But I'll see y'all next week. I hope y'all have a wonderful week and be safe.